couple of times a week I go for a short run. When I say run, what I actually do is go for a run walk. So I will run for 2 minutes and then I'll walk for 1 minute. And I'll repeat that 4 times. So when I say small, what I actually mean is that I'm running for 12 minutes. I follow the same route each time. So to start, I will walk to the end of the drive, do a few stretches and get myself ready, and then I'll start off. Run around the corner, onto the footpath, follow along down by the bus path, and then somewhere near the bridge I'll turn around after 6 minutes. When I first started doing this, the 6-minute point would be somewhere near the chain link fence, but now, on a reasonable day, it's somewhere near the pole in front of the bridge, and on an exceptional day, it's somewhere near the square of tarmac beyond the bridge. It's always hard starting off. I'll wander across the road, I've stretched a little bit, and then starting running, I can feel it's a bit sore, everything doesn't move. And I'm really quite thankful for the first walk. In fact, after about a minute and a half, I'm looking at my watch thinking, come on, 2 minutes, come on. The walk, yeah, that's fine, I'm recovering. Then I start the second run. And in the back of my mind, I know this is the second run, and at the end of it, I'm going to be almost halfway through. For some reason, I don't count the walks. The turnaround point always tells me how well or how badly I'm going, and then I start back. Normally, most of the time, I'll run a negative split, where I'm running the second half faster than the first half. On a 12-minute run, that should be eminently easy because, well, I'm starting off, I'm cold and I'm not moving very well. By the end of 6 minutes, I'm warmed up, so I should be going a little bit faster. So normally I end up running a little way up the drive before I turn everything off. And that's it, I finish my run, I stretch off, and that's me done. I often wonder what other people think of me doing a run walk down this route. I pass a fair few people every time. There are dog walkers, there are people going to work, there's people going to school, there's the buses coming past. Lots of people use this path. Now normally runners run, they tend to go at a standard pace, they might go fast, they might go slow, but there's a definite run there. What I'm doing is jotting along quite happily, and then suddenly there's a beep, and I start walking. And I walk, 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 and I walk. There's another beep, and I start running. And I've got a feeling that some people might think this is a little bit strange, because, you know, runners run, walkers walk, never the two shall meet. Now, probably other people don't really care what I'm doing, they just think he's doing some exercise, he's doing something, he's stopped so he must be tired, he's probably had a rest and now he's starting again. And it's not like they're going to see me all along, they just see someone coming along and stopping, or someone walking and then starting. And I know I shouldn't think about it, but I can see someone up ahead usually, and I'm running along and I'm looking at my watch and I'm thinking, I'm going to stop very near them. I don't really want to stop almost dead behind them, because it might seem like I'm creeping up on them. Not their notice, they just hear footsteps and think I'll start. Or stopping dead in front, I might suddenly recognise them, want to turn around, or I might think I recognise them. I just don't know what other people think, and I always wonder about that. What do other people think when you see a runner running past and then stopping, and then sauntering up for a while, and then starting again? Maybe they don't even see me start, maybe they think I'm knackered. I usually am knackered. It's usually quite early in the morning. I really shouldn't think about what other people think. I should just get on with it, really. But hey. My running watch has a walk-run function, which makes this very, very easy. So I've set it up so it will beep after 2 minutes, and it tells me to walk for 1 minute, and then after a minute it will beep and it will tell me to run for 2 minutes. That makes staring at my watch really pointless, but I still do it. What I should do is just run until I hear the beep. But even though it's only a 2-minute run, after about a minute and a half I just feel the urge to look at my watch and see how far I've done. I don't know why, it's not as if I'm tired or anything, I just want to know how much further. I've got no idea, no way of judging 2 minutes without looking at my watch. My watch also records everything so I can download it when I get home, so I have a record of how well I've been doing and where I've been. I don't look at it that often, it's just nice to know it's there. I used to do a lot of running. I used to run 10k races, half marathons and marathons. I particularly enjoyed running the marathons, and it wasn't for the marathon itself, it was all about the training and the build up to it. I always saw the marathon as the icing on the cake. It was the 18 to 20 weeks before that was really what it was all about, the training. Having something big like that to aim at meant I had to do the training, I had to have a plan, and I had to be fairly disciplined about how I executed that plan. Over the weeks the mileage would build up and I would attempt to do 4 runs a week. Sometimes I do 3 runs a week, it depends. But I had to do those runs. I had to really build up the endurance so I knew I'd be able to run the marathon. I wasn't a particularly good marathon runner. I mean, I wasn't in the 2 hours bracket, I was more in the 3.5 to 4 hour bracket. Good enough, but not brilliant. But that didn't matter. It was all about the training, about the discipline, about getting me out of the house and making me run. The hardest part about running I have, or the biggest problem I have, is actually getting started. Once I've started, about 5 minutes in, then I love it. I sort of let my mind wander as I'm running around. I see lots of things. With running, I can go so much further than my normal tracks. You can see the seasons change, you can see the flowers come in. Sometimes you're lucky there's wildlife. Running in the evening, it's different to running in the morning. Running at midday, it's always far too hot. Running in the morning, the muscles creak to start with, but by the time you get back, you feel as if you've actually done something. Running in the evening gives me a chance to think over everything that's happened in the day, process it, get rid of it, rationalise it, curse about it, whatever. That's why I love running. It wasn't the events, it was just getting out there in the sunshine, or the rain, or the wind, or the snow, or whatever. And what I needed was an excuse to get out there, something to kick me out of bed in the morning, get me up from the seat in the evening, just to get me out there, and a big event was it. That's why I'm so disappointed at the moment that I can only do a little bit of running, because I've got no reason to get off my bum more than twice a week. In fact, if I do, it hurts, and that is what really hurts. It's not the physical pain, it's the pain of not being able to do something that I love. I'm recovering, like a lot of runners do, injured, and it's not fun. So when I started marathon running, I would get shin splints. That was easy to sort of ease off or run through. Then I got plantar fasciitis, which took a bit longer to recover from, and a lot of physiotherapy and not quite so much running. Then I started running again, and I started getting Achilles problems, so I backed off. But then I entered a challenge of how far you can run in 3 months, and I did a couple of 10Ks a week and then a half marathon at the weekend, but that was too much. That was far too much with the injuries I already had, the overuse injuries. And my Achilles were really rather painful. In fact, I was hopping around all the time. I was still doing the stretches that the physiotherapist gave me for plantar fasciitis, but that wasn't fixing it. I also had a quick look at the internet and they told me that I was basically doing the right thing. Anyway, I didn't run for 3 months, I think it was, maybe 4 months. And then I thought, well, I'll go for a little run. I must have run about 4 or 5k, and all the pain came screaming back and I was hobbling again. So I felt I needed some professional advice, so I went to my doctor. He referred me to a consultant, and the consultant did a full workup. So they took x-rays. I've got heel spurs, most people my age have. And they sent me to a podiatrist to make sure my gait wasn't doing anything silly. It wasn't. And they sent me to a physiotherapist who basically poo-pooed everything that everybody else had done and gave me a new set of exercises. None of this worked. So after a couple of months, the consultant suggested that we should do some surgery. What he suggested was to release the muscle sheath, which will slacken off the Achilles and allow me to stretch the muscle. So I elected to do that. There were other pressures as well, which meant that was a very good option. So I went to the hospital. There was an incision made in the back of my knee. The doctor did what he needed to do and also put an injection into my heel. I recovered from the surgery. That took a lot longer than I expected. And then we started the long road to recovery. I was given a whole load of stretches to do by the physiotherapist in the hospital, and they said that I should be able to run within a few weeks. So I did the stretches religiously and then started running, and it hurt. I may have gone too hard, too quickly, I'm not sure. Anyway, I went to see another physiotherapist, and they suggested I cut down on the run walking, and then I did the stretches over and over again. So that's where I am at the moment. When I finish a run, it's slightly painful, but it settles down after a day. So as long as I allow a day between each run and walk, I'm good to go. It's not wonderfully satisfying, but at least I'm running, and hopefully I can slowly increase the amount of running and decrease the amount of walking, and I'll be able to do my running again. Only this time I'm going to take it very carefully because I don't want to go through this pain again.